Hey Heather.
Hi.
Do you know what these ancient hieroglyphics probably mean?
No.
It probably says that this is the Vegas vlog. That's all.
Originally, I wanted to go to the Adobe Max conference because I wanted to know a little bit more about Adobe products. I'm pretty proficient at Photoshop, great with Lightroom, okay with After Effects, and kind of terrible with everything else. And that's what I originally went for, was to learn about some products and some software. But what I came back with was an entirely new appreciation for what Adobe does in terms of supporting creative professionals and creative media, along with a bigger desire to utilize these tools to make and create new and exciting things of my own. So all in all, honestly, I go to many conferences, and some conferences are great and some conferences are great. This was easily the best one I've ever been to. If you don't know, Adobe Max is Adobe's annual conference. This year there were 12,000 people over about 4 days in Las Vegas. It was the single largest gathering of creatives in the history of planet Earth. And everything from the presentations to the keynote speakers to the breakout sessions were just full of incredible information, and I got so much out of it. So the first thing that happened with Adobe Max was walking. Walking, miles and miles and miles every single day. And in between that walking, there was chances to attend all of these different sessions and hear different speakers. John Favreau was one of the keynote speakers, and he gave a lot of really great insight into storytelling and creativity.
Well, I don't think the changes are necessarily good or bad. I think that there's opportunities in them. And I think to shy away from them because they're new or different is not, it's just not a smart approach. And to find things that you like and embrace about it and try to bring something to it and humanize it and use it for good purposes you want to try to steer that trend.
Kumail Nanjiani hosted a sneak event where Adobe showcased some of the technology that they're working on.
Oh my God, is this through a liquid watch?
You got to see just the way that these engineers are approaching ideas and problem solving from all these different perspectives that I would have never thought of, and it was really cool to see. Also got to hear from Pete Souza, who's the former White House chief photographer, and he has a documentary on the National Geographic channel that I watch anytime I get bored with photography. If I watch that, immediately I want to grab my camera and go start taking pictures. So it was incredible to get to hear him talk about his journey and how he uses photography to tell stories and to connect with people. Then there were also these incredible breakout sessions where I did get to learn about, you know, technical software things, and there was the best session I've ever been to at any conference was hosted by a guy named Stephen Gates. I'll put his website URL somewhere here because he was amazing, and he did a session on personal branding and defining your personal brand, which is great from like a marketing perspective for sure, but I also thought it was great from just a human being perspective because it forces you to think about who you are and what you stand for and where you want to go. And the information I got from that session, I was like so excited to walk out of there with all of these ideas. ultimately, what I walked away with from the Adobe Max conference was sort of a renewed excitement for utilizing all these tools, which can feel kind of overwhelming at times, but it was also a renewed confidence in the idea that this stuff actually really, really matters and can affect positive change in this huge variety of ways. When you're dealing with digital media, at the core of it, you're dealing with communication and collaboration and connecting with others, and seeing all the different ways that that's possible and all the ways that people can have ideas and can connect them and can build new things that seemed completely impossible only a few years ago, sometimes even only a few months ago, is just totally inspiring and re-energizing and just a complete blast.
Okay, we're just gonna play one game.
First geocache.
Ever? Are you kidding me? Is that not the scariest thing ever? That's straight out of Silent Hill. Are you kidding? It's like Giant Land, but worse.